Alrighty, seems like we're good. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. Here with another Ace Attorney stream. Yeah, the last one, I think it was the 18th and it's the 21st now. I think it was a Friday that I did that, or was it a Saturday? It was a Saturday, yeah. But yeah, so I'm not as tired as I was on Saturday. So I should be good to stream for a little bit. It is a weekday though, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna try to stream for a decent amount. You know, like 2.5 hours to 3 hours at the minimum. But we'll see, we'll see. Haven't had a 5-hour stream in a minute. Well, yeah, since January, so it's been 3 months. But yeah, hope y'all are doing well, whether you're watching a VOD or watching it live. I just started, so I don't think there's anybody watching live at all. Unless if someone is, actually, let me see. It seems like 2 people are, or someone was, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So, if you haven't already, I have an Ace Attorney video already up on the channel on the first game. If you want to check that out, I greatly appreciate it. But if I can speak candidly for a second, it is not doing good, so I would really appreciate it. But if not, that's always up to you at the end of the day. Freedom of choice, right? Free will. But yeah, so to start for new content, I am planning on making a video. It's just gonna take a little bit because, again, life stuff. But there you go. Sorry, there was a video. It was this dude who was like, I gotta get my loot in Minecraft. And he jumps down in a ravine. You can tell he has damage, like, off or whatever. Because he misses the water puddle he's supposed to land in. And then he goes to his loot and it's just 6 oak doors. Oh my goodness, that video still fries me. But yeah, anyways, let's continue. So, I don't remember this game as well as I did the first one. I remember some craziness, I remember bits and pieces, but it's not blind, it's definitely vague for sure. But this case, I don't know how to feel about it, because the first case was like, I liked it. I don't think it was better than the first case, because I really liked that one. But it's definitely good. It's definitely good. Like, I don't have too many qualms with it. And also, Suzuto's first time as a lawyer, which is always cool and a real subverting of expectations compared to how the series usually is. And in this case so far, it's I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe it'll finish strong in the second half, but like I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't, because like, is it marred because this case feels a little shoehorned in the sense that like this took place right after case 4 in the first game? To me it kind of is, like, because this series, this duology of games is known well for its cohesion. It's a really cohesive story, and you'll see that later on, especially in this game. But this case, it has cohesion for this game. It connects to what the story's building here, But in terms of like how it connects to the first game, it just feels so shoehorned in. I don't know why it bothers me so much because it could very well be a great case that I don't remember it too well. But I just have to see because like right now, I'm preferring case 4 compared to this case right now. At least that's how I'm feeling. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, 22nd of February, 11. Excuse me, at 1:11 p.m. Wow, that really messed me up. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oof, we made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There's so many carriages on the streets of London. You were nearly flattened several times. Oh, no. I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Let's see if we can find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. There's something so nice about this smile here. It's so genuine. Suzuto's one of the best, like, assistants in the entire series, man. If not the best. She's so awesome. Hey, you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. This one right here. This smile is adorable. I love it so much. Like, there you go. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Ah, she's so adorable. Thank you, Suzuto-san. Thank you. Here we are, back at it. You already know. Yeah, this place is already still investigating, so we're good. You've been wearing that ever since you arrived in Great Britain, haven't you? Well, it's what shows that I'm a lawyer, so it seems appropriate. I'm not sure it really means much in this country, though, I'm afraid. I wouldn't say that. It might not be official, but it looks official. Often when the police stop me, I just show them this and they leave me alone. You're stopped by the police? Often? Well, you know, a suspicious foreigner, dressed in all black with a sword on my side. Yeah, the sword is the main reason. You're walking around in broad daylight with a weapon, man. Like, I think that's the problem. I do think it's probably the sword that's the main reason. Still, it makes me happy to see you wearing it. An armband. Yes, made up my mind that I'll carry them always. A symbol of who I am, and a sword Karuma. It's always nice presenting your, not Krav, excuse me, lawyer's armband. There you go. Let's talk, Suzuto. Today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he's actually a bar-faced Excuse me, a bare-faced gas thief as well. Yes, it was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Sasaki-san poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Suzuto-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more to this sham spirit than we yet know. I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamspear certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Oh, which one is that? Let me see. Ah, yes. He's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. Ah, yes. After Sasaki-san stabbed her in the back. Oh my goodness. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Sasaki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. What's next? What did I miss? So, we know that Sasaki-san took the tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously... Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspear's body? It's interesting that they split the case in two. Not in like the normal way either. Like they split the case with investigation in court, and then they did it again with another investigation and another court, another trial that we're gonna have later. Like they're trying a lot of new things here, and it's really cool. We gon' run this town tonight. There you go. I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspear's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. Excuse me, sorry. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Alright, Kazuma's wishes. Kazuma Selgi, the best friend I ever had. They use that turn of phrase, or not turn of phrase, they use that phrase weirdly. Like, more in the literal sense. They say the best friend I've ever had. But usually it's just like, oh, that's my best friend. Like, that's all it is, you know? Not the best friend I've ever had, but I'm being nitpicky. At the end of the day, that is what the phrase means. My best friend, the best friend I've ever had. That's completely fair. The best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. You're not skipping this one, lady. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes. You can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. I thought they were gonna do the cutscene again. Where he unsheaths the sword and unsheaths it. Kazuma, why won't you tell me why? Or, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. Easy. You got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. But I never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Ooh, is that a new animation for him? I wonder. Maybe not. Maybe it's just been so long since I've seen a Sogi that I forgot. Anyways, yeah. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You have to decide that for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. That's funny because that is not true anymore. Let's see. I wonder if I look it up. Because I would say the US is the... Well, excuse me, not London. Actually, yeah, no, they're talking about a city. What is the cultural capital? Let's see. What would be considered New York City? That makes sense. Well, subjectively New York City. You have New York, you have Paris, you have London, Tokyo, and Rome. Which, granted, Seoul as well in Mexico City. These are pretty good spots. I can't even lie. Like, granted, like, London is still up there, so what he said is wrong on a technicality. But it's definitely a lot more now compared to what it was 200 years ago. If I had to say a spot, I would say New York City, London, and Paris are like the top three. It has to be like those. Japan probably number 4, but based on the size of it, I wouldn't say. But then again, like, size isn't going to determine the culture of a city. Like, that's so funny. Shout out New York, though. Such a cool city. I want to go one day to. I've been there before, but like I want to go one day to like fully like absorb what's going on there. Cause like New York is so cool. New York is so cool. Overtime, cause I have a mic. I was in that Chevy playing Savage Life. There you go, okay. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, the city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. Naruhodo-san? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes. Excuse me, wow. He's forever in my thoughts, too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right. But... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere, sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then. That's all. Kazuma's getting some lore today, alright. That's what I'm here for, that's what I'm talking about. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? That was such a stiff animation. Oh my goodness. I mean this. His katana. I never expected to inherit a sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. That was because I asked you to take it. When I have it on my side in court, I feel as though gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. This is where, yeah, this is where I would do it. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down to generations of the Asogi clan. It's a little too deep, sorry. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would deem much compelling. On that subject, something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I know you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet, I've not found a single clue. I see. It's cool because, you know, granted, I know what this game's about, but like, you're seeing now that there's a bigger focus on Asogi compared to how it was in the first game, where Asogi had his focus, you know, in the first and second case. But once you get to Britain, or once you get to London, excuse me, you have to just go. You have to keep going because you're thrust into a trial, and then immediately the next day you're thrust into another trial, and then for case 5, you have to try to eke out a meager living because you're here now. You have to survive. But now that we have, you know, the second game to flesh out more of this, what Asogi wanted to do, we're seeing more of it. And granted, while this is a conversation that happened after case 4, but before case 5, in reality is only like a day apart, like a day or two. It still shows that like they were thinking about it, and it's really cool. It's nice, or not such detail, but nice writing. But yeah, I see, and that's that. Man, I don't want to go talk to them chuds, bro. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, bro, oh my gosh. Alright, let's go to Sholmes' suite. Shall we go and say hello to Mr. Sholmes and Iris? Yes, we shall. Miss Green. 22nd of February. Sholmes' suite. Oh, Runo and Susie. Hooray, you're back. Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am. You look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Ha! The Wanderers return at the last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. A Mustache's case. That was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with my Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is our Van Zeeks an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes. Whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but it's absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. The sense of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh, dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Again? Oh, wow, okay. I do like this fireplace. One of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Although, I do yearn for a Japanese kotatsu. Putting your legs under a warm blanketed table is so comforting. Do be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't mistakenly put your feet into the fire, will you? You'd suffer terrible burns, you know. I worry sometimes about how Sujito-san sees me. It's curious how this enormous metal chest. How this enormous metal chest is being used as a coffee table. And even more curious to think that Iris' father's notes about Mr. Sholmes' cases are inside it. You mustn't look in there, Runo. Those notes are a secret between Daddy and me. And Mr. Sholmes isn't somehow another secret. Early tends to forget, you see. As soon as he solved the case, in fact. Once when he read one of my manuscripts, we had a terrible argument about it. Never have I solved such a case, he said. He was absolutely adamant. Sometimes I wonder if he's from another planet, don't you? Damn it! Here goes Kyrie! Bye! See if I can find that video. That video is so funny. Here it is, yeah. Kevin Durant with the bucket. That video is so funny. Kevin Durant with the bucket. It was Kyrie. Sham it. I love this video so much, bro. Oh my goodness. Sham it. You can tell when it was made because this was back when Kevin Durant and Kyrie were still on the Nets together, but oh my goodness, it's so funny. Kevin Durant with the bucket. Here goes Kyrie. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high I can't help feeling that the whole lot is gonna topple at any moment. It looks as though it might topple, and yet it doesn't. The epitome of Mr. Sholmes' brilliance. I don't get it. As it happens, I'm quite well practiced when it comes to stacking shelves myself. Just the other day, the shelf in my office finally gave way under the strain now. It looks as though it might topple, and it does. Yes, the epitome of your disarray. I really don't get it. Kevin Durant with the bucket. Look at all these mementos in Mr. Sholmes' past cases. You know, Miss Suzito's eyes still sparkle every time she lays eyes on them. But yours don't, do they, Runo? Well, I have read The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes now, by order of Miss Suzito. But the trouble is, having seen the real thing in action, somehow the stories don't quite ring true for me. Well, he does solve the cases in the end. I suppose so. Perhaps there's more to the great detective than meets the eye. There is, very much so. Very much so there is more to meets the eye. More than meets the eye, excuse me. Just haven't seen it yet, that's the problem. Oh, look at Iris. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. Isn't she just the sweetest? It always strikes me how pretty and neatly arranged this tea set is. And there she goes. It's my favorite one. In fact, I think it's high time for afternoon tea. Right there, I'll fetch a special blend that I prepared for today. Oh, Iris, you do love your tea, don't you? She looks so happy at the prospect. And after you've drunk it, I'll collect some experimental data, if that's alright. Just what is she about to make me drink? What did you put in my drink? D.I. April Fools! Alright, let's see. Ah, yes. Is this where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? So, what's on the blackboard today? Buck up, Bruno. What is this? Oh, I'm just playing around with ideas for the title of next month's installment. Another idea I'd had was the Barrel Coronet. I'm really torn about which one to use. What do you think, Bruno? Anything but buck up Bruno, obviously. I suppose you're right. I'll tell you what, I'll surprise you with it. You have to wait until next month and see. So many sleepless nights. No. There's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. Oh yes, but don't touch any of those. They might explode. Ah, a charming shelf full of charming bottles, full of charming ingredients. You know, I really mistakenly drank from one of them the other day. What, huh? And how? I think he was lucky though. He hasn't exploded yet. Chemistry can be a very hazardous occupation. It's living with Mr. Sholmes that's the hazardous occupation, if you ask me. If I remember correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter. To think that every single one of the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine. It's such a dreamy thought. I actually had to go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow, and that made Iris angry. Mr. Naruhodo. You're ruining my dreamy thoughts. Please don't do that again. She reminds me of Ram. She really does. She reminds me of Ram and a little bit of Ram mixed together. Now my Suzuto sound angry myself, or as well. Yeah, Iris and a typewriter. Oh my gosh, bro, it's so cute. I love her so much, man. That's all for this side, so let's see. Iris? That's incredible concentration, that is. I find it quite remarkable how she can focus on so many different things at once. Perhaps I should try drinking more herbal tea. The blend third from the right would be good for you, Bruno. Oh, Iris? This girl is destined for great things, I'm sure. Just look at that animation, man. Like, it's gotta be mocap, there's no way. Animation's too smooth to not be. The Stradivarius. This is Mr. Sholmes' famous violin. The one he found being sold for a song at a pawnbrokery. What's it called again? A shoddy something? Oh yes, it's one of her instrument features in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. It's a world famous Stradivarius. Strata what? Stradivarius, Mr. Naruhodo. Stragivor. Are you even trying now? We'll come back to this another time, I think. A Stradivarius, bro. This enormous machine takes up the entire desk, doesn't it? It really is it's really very imposing. Ah, Hurley's great analytoscope, yes. It can analyze anything at all, you know. But I've never seen anyone actually using it. Well, it's his invention, so I don't know how to operate it. Why don't you get it to analyze its own operation, then? Oh, Bruno, you're razor sharp today, aren't you? Yeah, you're a real bithead tonight, huh? Yeah, I guess that's everything. Right, Mr. Sholmes, what have you say today? Lord Barak Van Zeeks. Yes, it's an interesting huh? Sobriquet? I have never heard this word before. What is this? Sobriquet. A person's nickname. Oh, sobriquet. Sorry, it's French. Yeah, moniker, nickname, appellation, appellative, denomination. That's what I know. Designation, denomination, cononym, or cononym. Never heard this word before. There's so many words. Huh? Cognomen. There you go. A sobriquet. There you go. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the cap. Goodness, you don't have to play Steam. Oh my lord, I wasn't expecting that. There you go. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish how exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. They still existed back then? I thought they were done by this time. Highwaymen. Because I know... what's this dude's name? Historical type of robber, usually mounted on horseback. Yep. Oh, okay, now. In 19th century is about time that it was ending, so makes sense. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It also seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is finding fit. For the time being, at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeeks' own hand. As it happens, Miss Suzuto, that is quite impossible. Oh? Why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever those incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into the trial of the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection, and really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Poor Bruno. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky, or incredibly unlikable. I think it just goes deeper. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Japanese people. What a title. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Oh, well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh my. There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris? Or Iris? At the ready, Hurley. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It turned completely black. And what a foul odor is giving off. Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor. The better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious. But what do you do with the black liquid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science, and a road of criminal investigation also. Excuse me. Yes, forensic science. Oh, those are such exciting times. I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. The little tea indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. So, your tea test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on a knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints. Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. I haven't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in the field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I am researching is skin prints. Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as this chemical agent that makes it possible. As is this chemical agent. There you go. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Alright, Japanese people. With Mr. Natsumi, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Miss Suzuto and myself, he's having a real field day with us, honestly. Like, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Or do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? Are they gonna play his theme again? How old is he now, actually? Because he's like 32, right? So he entered when he was 22. Yeah, wow. Quinby Altamont. Ah, beautiful woman. William Shamspeare, bro. William Fraudspear. I can't stand you. It was about 10 years ago that Brock Van Zeeks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No. What the? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... the veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course. I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Ruda. See you later. That's so funny. She takes after him so much. Yes, until later. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. We were thinking you'd come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You just said so a moment ago. You said we witnessed your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. But you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later. In all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. Your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Runo. Bye, Susie. Ta-da. Toodaloo. Let's see. see Miss Green's room. See what's going on with her. Max Christie. There you go. 22nd of February, St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. What do you suppose is happening? Sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily, thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You were looking at my painting. The eye of a man hath not heard, the ear of a man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustache villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God of mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my Shakespeare dance. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? I can't stand you. I cannot stand you. Ah, hello. 'Tis the lawyer from the land whence rises the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shakespeare? Mary, I do believe I've returned unto another world. He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. Faith, thy work in... Hold on, let me fix this. There you go, hopefully should be better. Okay. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you, I guess. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Unknown. Excellent. Mrs. Shakespeare might technically be the victim in this case. There's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Ah, Miss Green. Is everything alright? Oh, yes. I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. Oh, he's gone. Wow. Okay. It's not what I was looking at, big dog. Not what I meant to do. There you go. Alrighty, well, I mean, shoot. Gotta talk to Miss Green. So, you're feeling a little more like yourself today, Miss Green. I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the old blinders had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I look back on this fondly. I hope you don't. That sounds crazy. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. Sorry I took up your time when you're obviously busy. Yeah, seems like that was everything. 22nd of February. Mr. Natsumi's lodgings. Mr. Natsumi's lodgings, ground floor. Dun 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 dun. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. What are you doing here? Well, we're hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the school. Oh, yes. One other thing. There's open a ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright. There's a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it. It was with the identification section of the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today. It's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Naruhodo's finally getting his props. It's so funny too because this is before case 5, so he doesn't know how far it's gonna go. That's so awesome. I love that, man. That's so cool. Gregson is not ready for the awakening of a legend, bro. I always love J. Cole's song She's Mine Part 2. It, without a doubt, will usually make me cry. That song and, of course, you know, the outro For Your Eyes Only. They usually make me cry. And it's genuinely just beautiful song, beautiful artistry. I know that song, there was one song as well from Kendrick. Was it? I think it was either The Heart Part 5, Mortal Man, or Watch the Party Die. Sing About Me, of course, you know that song too. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Inspector Gregson. Ah, yes. Toodle-doo. Let's inspect the scene first. So it turns out that Mr. Shansby wasn't eating the soap at all. That's right. The mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork on his hand is solved. Yes, to prise his latest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. Genuinely, like, that Naruhodo's investigative work here and deductive reasoning was insane. To be able to parse that he was using the soap for that, like, that's insane. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like quite a discussion. Now I think of it, I'm sure the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. That's fiction, Miss Suzuto. Let's hope it stays that way. Inspector Gregson, at the ready, Inspector Gregson, at the ready. If you run out of change, you wouldn't have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, Londoners' winters can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Suzuki-san and I are gonna make it to spring. That's true. I don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Look at how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted. That's probably rotting the wood so bad. He's probably gonna have to pay for damages. As he established in court this morning. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamsphere must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Genuinely, it really was. When you're at the bottom with no money to show for yourself, you really do come up with a lot of things, a lot of ingenious work. Because you have to. I mean, like, ingenuity makes up for wealth, you know, wealth and opportunity. The sun never shines in this room, thanks to that depressing bricked up window. Oh, it's bricked, alright. Yeah, with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? Sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mr. Suzuto. Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. Let's go with Inspector Gregson first, but... yeah, it seems like that's everything from his room. You're looking for new clues, Inspector. Our Lord Van Zeke's orders, yeah. Don't come back until you got something for me, he says. Oh dear, poor you. It's a Edgeworth and Gumshoe type of relationship. Yeah, poor me, because we already saw Chevy blatant nook and cranny in his place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say. Well, at least he's honest. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed! Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me! What's a great detective? One is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is that the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. What's all this then? Oh, this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. You finally get to see him use his blick, bro, finally. Herlock Sholmes' a sensational skin print Seeker gun. He has a baseball cap on, bro. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample? From Mrs. Shamsphere's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches, which is true, by the way. It's very true. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why me saying it would verify it or give it validity, but it's just more the like, if you didn't know that, there you go. It's a pretty cool fact about whatever you do. Whenever you touch something, you usually leave something behind, whether it's like a fingerprint or oil or anything like that. Like you usually leave behind evidence that you did, like you touched that thing. One of my friends was telling me that I should watch Reincarnated as a Slime. I have to watch that, and I have to watch Mushuko Tensei or something like that. The Rudiest show. The Jobless Reincarnation, that's what it's called. Yeah. It's the show that a lot of people do not rock with the main character because of his quote-unquote pedophilic tendencies. Which granted, you know, people don't rock with ReZero because of what's it called, Subaru's lolicon tendencies, which I won't defend, but it's being reductive. If I have to say, usually stories aren't just like, oh yeah, we're propagating a pedophile as a main character. Like, that's not how it works. I have to watch those too to see if they're worth it, because like they're both light novels as well, like ReZero. So maybe it's worth reading, you know. I've been reading ReZero, so I'm interested to see how those turn out. Spice Wolf as well. I want to see that one. Anyway, a sample of secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution, by liberally spraying the room with this chemical. Everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. It's blue. There, now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I exactly do that? A little press of the space bar, you... A little press of the space bar on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Like this! Voila! Yo, you got jism on the wall. Nasty. What is that? Fog? Oh, what is that stuff? It's like fog. A suspension of chemical indicators in a pressurized gas. Excuse me. Is the most efficient way to cover a large area. That's another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do, of course, because that's what you are. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements in the night in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. He was touching everything. Oh my goodness. Look, there's dozens of handprints here. So there are. A great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any individual print in fact. I sense a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he was admiring this picture. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, I wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Miss Suzuto. It's a bit of a mystery, then. There you go. That's what I was missing. Oh, look at all this here. Ah, yes, very interesting. A multitude of the victims' handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here. Well, why would he... I guess. Maybe? Something obvious that he would have... There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over though, is there? I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Well, we sprayed Mr. Shum's amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? We did. But there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. The wall and the floor. Oh, well now it's obvious. It's because there's a board there. Yeah. The handprints on the floor there. And the wall by the picture, you mean? Yes. I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah, she's adorable. Ah! What is it, Miss Suzuto? Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out. One of the... I had a vague memory of this. Not because I remember playing it, but deja vu. Definitely deja vu. Oh, anyway. One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place. Excellent work, Miss Suzuto. So, what do we have here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson. Stand aside about this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig in your portion of chips. Whilst we dig around under the floor here. Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Shums. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could fit a straw tatami mat. I don't think I could lift a straw tatami mat. No, I know. I never expected one of those wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious? Oh. I'll investigate at once. She's really on it today, huh? Oh, she's using the box. Oh, she's adorable. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over there over and over in one place like that. There you are. A print for you. The photograph of the handprints on the wall has been entered into the court record. Traces of the handprints on the wall, discovered using skin prints seeker gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture. Oh, thank you very much. Because I bet you can make prints too. Now then, I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. desperate to know. So am I. Alright, Gregson. What are you up to, lad? I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Inspector Gregson. Really? It's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there. Seeing as we're such good friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. A dismal failure! Yes, I heard. I'd kill to know what was under that floorboard. Just a dismal failure. Alright then, fair's fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector? Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, is that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Oh, stop making me sound like some kind of nut. There are 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? What I do want to know is where my water is. So I'll give you 1 second. funny when you say it like you really. No, I want to way highlights. And I was like, you really beating that in the rib, bro. Oh my goodness. Man, you gotta love the NBA, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just realized I muted the wrong thing. Oh, I'm dumb. I think I muted the audio output. That's so stupid. What did I mean? Oh my goodness. Oh man, alright. Anyways, the NBA is such a great sport. I love the NBA. Or to the basketball is such a great sport. The NBA is the organization. To the association. Anyways, yeah, back to it. Newspaper clipping. See what we got. Those ices cut out about those ices cut out about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time in Manchester. How terrible. It made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first. Oh my goodness. He committed a capital offense? Man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work. Into burglaries and murder. You see, the hoard he knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard? Of treasure, you mean? Jewellery and the like, but he hidden it somewhere, and no one knows where. And now he's dead. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or some such was the headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we got on Selden back at the yard to see if I can turn anything up. A capital offender article has been entered into the court record. Let me read that real quick. A newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty. However, he died of illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered. Excuse me. Condemned criminal dies of natural causes in prison. Manchester's Strangeways prison announced the death of a convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours this morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead, before his capital punishment could be carried out. Alright, photographic print. So, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me. Yes, it would appear to have been taken on a street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garrett, the landlord, of course. Who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garrett's son, perhaps? Perhaps. You can take that print if you like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is. Ah, is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I would be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. All the more reason I'm not telling you. A dismal failure! Yes, I heard. The hidden photograph has been entered to the court record. A photographic print fronted Mr. Shakespeare's room. It's just the landlord, Mr. Garrett, with a young man. Or together with a young man. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden on the floor. I mean, Mr. Shakespeare himself isn't in it. Photographic print. Oh, excuse me. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I bet you Mr. Garrett was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it. Shout out Mr. Garrett, man. He's such a cool dude. If anything, it's probably his son. Really might be like... I know who you are, but like, you know. It's a nice picture. I like it. Alright, 10 books. Now this 10 books looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah, fully enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Shakespeare, give us a clue, man! We didn't even have a chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. It's so funny, give us a clue. Anyway, at least you found out what's inside the box, even if it's nothing. Yes, thin air. It's empty. I feel like how I feel inside. What is wrong? What's going on, man? What happened? Is there nothing more than to this box, then? I wonder. Shakespeare, give us a clue, man. Live this in Waga High. Oh look, it's that lovely little kitty cat. What was its name? It's Mr. Natsumi's, isn't it? I don't think I've ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wagahai? You know, like Mr. Matsumi refers to himself in Japanese. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat. Oh, how wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I bought for you from the cat's meat man. The meat man? Wait. No. Wagahai's adorable. Know why he's here, but he's here. He couldn't be happier now, look. Just hope he can bring some happiness to his owner, too. He's kneading, bro. He's kneading. Or nutting. I think he's kneading. Oh. And he's stretching. That's a cheeky little meow, guy. But he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. We have an investigation to get back to. We love Wagahai here, man. He's so cute. Well, it seems like that's everything in his room, so... Nigga, there's someone in his room. What? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Briar Road's usually empty, so I don't expect there to be anything here. 22nd of February, Briar Road. And would you look at that? I was right. Alright, Let's see. Alright, examine. Yep, this is all investigated, all that jazz. Yep. I have no idea why Briar Road is still here. We don't need to come here. Like we rarely do. Yeah, there's no reason for us to come here right now. Oh, I didn't even realize. I wasn't reading what it said. 22nd of February, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's room. Mr. Garrett appears to be out. How are we in? Oh, we should not be in his house right now. Oh well, suppose we just have to come back again later. Let's see. So, even when they're still a little worse for wear, English rooms are so splendidly colorful. This is where poor Miss Green was struck down. What a relief that she's going to be alright. Our heart very nearly stopped when Mr. Shakespeare suddenly sat up like that. How wonderful that Miss Green is able to leave the hospital now. The workplace of the world's greatest detective. Oh, it's a dream come true. Our new office. I wonder what exciting adventures await us. And if we'll have the resolve to see it through, to become the ace attorney that you're meant to be. Or something like that. Alright. Do you know? I don't believe we visited this place for some time. Alright, Saseki. Top. Back at it. And as he should be, he is reasonably depressed. 22nd of February, local prison, cell 9. Oh, Mr. Natsumi's back. So he is. Mr. Natsumi, hello. Hi. I'm a cat. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsumi is. Or Sherlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts, or trials, or bailies. I am a cat. That is what I am. Just a cat. Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality. Trying to? He already has, completely. So, what is your name, then? Duh. As yet, I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. Do you think you can open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsumi? Hi, I'm not a cat. It worked! He's back in the real world. What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that. It's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate! Mr. Natsumi, no. This morning's proceedings in the court prove that there's hope. Yes. Look, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire was brilliant. But... The Reaper is omnipresent. In court, in my lodgings. Here, there, everywhere. What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there's some things we should discuss. Oh, yes. Yes, we must. I'm losing my mind in here, man. This morning's trial. Yep. Mr. Shakespeare, you will be destroyed. In my whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there are perhaps 1 or 2 other occasions that moved me more. But if I just blocked those out, then today, being in that courtroom was... It was the most moving experience of my life. Look up, student Mr. Naruto Esquire. You're too kind. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea just as we deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak. There's something wrong with that tea. They'll find a drop in it, or a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn, sworn, Soseki certainty. Yeah, I mean, I believe you. Not there either. What even is the third one, though? Undead enemies. I really don't have any more. Guess not, no. I'll just wait until tomorrow then. Solemn. I already read that. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was hot bath for our bellies. At the same time, or at the time, we were both completely fine. As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in a Romeo and Juliet match. Suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. No. Alright, Mr. Shamspear. That rotten Shamspear! What have I ever done to him? You don't recall him taking issues with you over anything you've done recently. I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all! Right. Well, I don't understand. It's like he didn't let me know sooner. Let you know what, Mr. Natsumi? About the soap, of course. What else? Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend? Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have chosen to live in a cursed existence in such accursed lodgings. Oh, yes, you said it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you? Exactly. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of the capital offender who lived there still haunts the place. And is trying to kill me. Capital offender? But I ask locum student Naruto Esquire that the next time he visits me, you bring scores of super soft soaps. I'm not gonna help you commit a crime, man. You already have enough trouble in your life as it is. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspear's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man, Seldom. A convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable, mustached, much maligned Japanese man. Mr. Natsumi, if you know something, please, You must tell us. Tell us everything you can tell us about this evil spirit. Capital offender, Selden. The truth is, I didn't know any details. I didn't know the details myself until very recently. A Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hiding out in the lodgings at Mr. Garadeb's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my! Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense. Before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsumi? It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, a man died in this room. In the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, what's the start of it? Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsumi? The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas. Gas? Only found that out after I signed the lease. When Mr. Garadeb came to tell me later, I could have stopped myself from trembling. In fact, I've known beforehand. I probably had been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal. Barely legal. Lucky for Mr. Garadeb, maybe. So lucky for poor Mr. Natsumi. And now you believe this curse is affecting you. It is. At first. I just thought that I was being watched. All the time. And you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. Excuse me. They come for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice. But why is your room so cold? Haunted winters are too cold to bear without any heating overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. But that's terrible. It was exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And that is what happened to Mr. Shamspeare last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though. Hand me a towel, I'm dirty dancing, gone off tabs, and that ass to form me a circle, watch my jacket. While I lose my jacket, and hit a solo. Whatever could be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garadeb's rooms. And that's that. That's all we have to offer for now. Alright. Let's go over to Mr. Garadeb's room. See if he's back now. There he is. There's the old chap. city's on fire. In hell, there's heaven. There's a bull and a McDonald's living in the sky. In hell, there's heaven. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garrett. What molly business it is for me, you know? Getting out and about. You're at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally. Fit on my lodgings, hanging in the bars and all that. Not try to miss. The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes. Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. Has the whole haunted lodgings or something such? Ah, well, at least he knows. Makes you wonder what the blazes are going on, don't you know? Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Asumi's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened. Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business. I see. So, what brings you to my hot in abode today? Well then, let's see indeed. Well, it got way harder than it should have actually. Yep, everything seems to be investigated, all that jazz. Alright, your lodgings. Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor, chap of questionable character. Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late. It was that bally curse. Convict's curse, you mean? Ah, heard the stories, have you? Right scoundrel was arrested here, then the next chap in the room goes and kills over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. Am I next day? Well, go up and get the collywobbles, can you? When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green? Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamsky, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still. Yes, well, so was that blasted convict's curse, it seems. Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why? This sounds like a lap of luxury. Not so sure about that. Well, there's no bath or toilet included and no fireplace either. But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? While watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here? Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things, in case there are any mishaps or such like. I think you've already had your mishaps, sir. That's not helpful, Mr. Schultz. Heaven forgive me, the word just came to my lips. Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor, chap of questionable character, eh? There's no need for that, Mr. Garrett, there's no need. That's right, Mr. Natsumi is in no way fishy. Hmm. He's undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Yes, that's right. I asked an estate agent to find someone and he popped up the very same day. Never came across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on, so much so as the cheap rent, actually. So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof? I feel like the chap. Let me see. Ah, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it. Only 3 months? It's quite new here too, then. And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garrett, if I might ask? Well, it was Selden that scoundrel, as it happens. Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then? There you go, Shamspeare's tenancy. The pieces are falling together. Do you see it? Do you see it? The convict chap Selden passed away in a clink 3 months ago now, you see? Some milady or other. Yes, we seen a report from the newspaper at the time. Well, it was 3 days later that the tragedian? I know it's, like, supposed to involve tragedy, but, like, I never heard that word before, tragedian. Mm-hmm. Yes, I said it right. So it's just people that write tragedies or whatever. I write sins, not tragedies. Well, it was only 3 days later that that tragedian showed his face. The actor fellow. Really? Yes, I remember it quite distinctly. 'Tis small this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspeare, do desire to take the broom. Thy room in the middle floor offered erewhile for rent. So I'll be sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. I already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor room's vacant, though. Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine, well until the... Of course, something muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor and nothing. Very well. We have an accord. Glad to hear it. Rocking the Briar Road. Lo, a Shamspeare dance to celebrate. From what I heard in court yesterday, or in court today, it sounds like the chap was Stephen Goss. And it was 3 months in arrears with the rent too. Yes, the Folly was a bally player, alright. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrett. We are most grateful. By the way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe. Put on my crown. Have an immortal longings in me. What's happened to you? Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject. For I have a turn for literature too, you know. I mean, you live with someone who's a writer, so it makes sense. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then. Mr. Garrett, can I show you this? Mr. Garrett, can I ask you to look at this photograph? Is that your son who's with you there? No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name. Duncan Ross. A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot, just for the kicks really. Was he by any chance the larger performance in Natsumi? Yes, that's right. Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Whoa, that was not him. Wait. Oh, I gotta get that right. Hold on. Ah, the gentleman who died in a room in mysterious circumstances. That's what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say. Yes, young Duncan lived in a room at the top first flight of stairs before the Japanese chap. Would you mind telling us a little more about him? The lodger's death. It's so interesting because you guys don't see it yet if you haven't played this game before, but this case and case 4 connect so well with each other, and you'll see why. You'll see why. Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending arts, which actually, now thinking about it, this case and case 4, the same way case 1 and case 1 of both games connect to each other, their interconnectivity is so good. Just realizing that. Just like how case 5 and case 3 connected with each other. We didn't see how case 1 and case 4 connected because we had to wait for this game. I wonder if case 2 will do that. Probably not. I don't remember if it does. But if it does, that would be pretty good. It would make the case better. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay it off. Pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago. After that criminal, Seldon, was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them. History for cheap rent, maybe. Yes. Yes, well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers are up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas that alerted me it was. Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course, and the officer kicked the door off its hinges. But once we got inside, we all body collapsed. Because of the gas. Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house. But even after you had all the work done, Mr. Natsumi says the same thing. The stove goes out at night while he's sleeping. He's asleep in bed. What's the money curse? The convict's curse. I've done my duty as a landlord now. Sounds feeling defensive. Oh, that reminds me actually. Yes? About young Duncan. Right before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady. A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now? Ah, here it is. Left it on my desk. If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart. I think we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence. My dear Miss Suzuto, that is precisely why I preface my reading with, if you'd excuse me. I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no. Sadly, he didn't address it though, so I have no means of delivering anything. Rather sad, really. I see. It's gonna play on my mind. But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. No, that's not true. I think we should leave while alone. Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Sholmes, please! I already had to chastise you about this once. My undying love to you, my colorful darling. He just kept reading. Oh Lord. Olive green. Olive green? The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case Sasaki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. There's just a chance that her name has come up now. Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean? Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Miss Suzuta. Oppenheimer, what the hell? Mr. Naruhodo, I just finished speaking with the doctor. Seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves. What is it? Miss Green! What was that? She could have just hit something behind her back. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Hello everyone. What are you all doing here? Doctor said I could be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing really. I'm just about to take some medicine that the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we're hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. See if we can't coax something out of her. Hospital discharge. It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green. Oh yes, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. Probably shouldn't stand around and chat. Certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Miss Green, we're hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? Oh no, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. Hal just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter. Usually. To you. It was at the art school. That was where I met Duncan. A year ago now. He's working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved. Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding. That's what led him to Mr. Garrett's. Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks so desperately sad. Sorry, I think that's just her look. But unless I see, she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon. Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way. Mr. Naruhodo! Surely you were not about to leave. That's quite out of the question. What? Mr. Sholmes? I didn't realize you were here. But of course I was, dear fellow. What you can tell me from the shadows as always. What makes you make your presence known next time? Mr. Sholmes, what's this about? Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Miss Suzuto, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart. What do you mean? Just noticed something. You can't see it, but you'll see it in a second. People are so weird. Wow. Alright. There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a little as if a disaster. Let's prevent this case from ever happening, with nothing but careful observation. Alright. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look. You cannot fail to see. You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. Yep. There you go. There you go. See it? Mouse seems to be dead. Look. I didn't notice it there before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. You don't think... Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry, I'll attend to the mouse presently. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as the rodent? To take your own life? Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison. No! Miss Green, please! Please talk to us. Definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when you first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believes was about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. Yep. That's what she was planning to do. That's what she was planning to do. This case gets crazier and crazier, man. The first half really lulls you into a sense of security, like, oh, you know, it seems like a pretty simple, cut and dry case, until it isn't, because the second half definitely does not lead you to that. 2 seconds later, we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, excuse me, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Well, with this being a hospital and all, when a doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I sought this out while he wasn't looking. I guess because he lacks a label. Wonder what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought, if I drink it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green. Don't talk of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Yes, the poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no. Oh, it's all my fault. What have I done? I sure move this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection. No, none. Neither the sender's name or the address appear to be written on an envelope with a card. No, it'll work. He'd arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. It's really all coming together. Wow. Oh my goodness. Coming to Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute. 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road. And 5 p.m. It's precisely the time when the incident occurred. The Slug and Salad, yes. A pub in the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road. Being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on. Does this mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was struck in the back by the knife. I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness. So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I told you everything. Yes, very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you. No, it's fine. Miss Green, please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back, had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but that's how this song made me feel. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. It's nighttime already, wow. Well, it appears we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today. Yes, it's late. And Mr. Naruhodo, did you discover anything that might be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Garib's lodgings, the convict, Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see the heart of it if you ask me. That's my feeling anyway. I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis. And to Mr. Natsumi's tea, you mean? Yes. Will they have found strike 9 in it or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reba. Oh dear. Yes, Barack Van Zeeks. But I wish you every success, of course, and know I was late to rise this morning. Tomorrow will be a new dawn, and it is spring for my bread at a crisp hour and attend the trial. Mr. Sholmes, You're going to come? Indeed! Whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsumi's cause until the very end. Overture to Adventures. Oh, man. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys, and behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. Saseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here, and so I felt honor bound to battle equally hard for my compatriots, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow will be a new dawn, for all of us. And there you go. To be continued. So far, I've been doing pretty good about playing until the to be continued. At least for this series, or excuse me, this game. Well, let's see, how long did I go for? Like 2.5 hours, it seems? Yeah, basically. Which, honestly, I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. I think I can end it here comfortably. You know, have a decent sized stream. A shorter one compared to the last one, because last one was, I was really tired. So, I could give you guys a more conscious stream this time around. But, yeah, no, thank y'all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. It's been a lot of fun, this one. I'm really excited to show you guys how this one ends, because this one's an interesting one, a really interesting one. So it's funny how 2, 3, 4. Case 2 for the first game lasted me 4 episodes, or 4 streams, I mean. But in reality, it probably would have been like 3. But this one already is about to be 4, because I intend to hopefully finish the trial next stream, but we'll have to see. Really depends. But yeah, this is a long one so far. It really is. But, you know, of course that's going to happen when you have an investigation. Have 2 of them, actually. So, yeah, it's going to be... it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, so... until then, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. I don't know when I'm going to do a next stream, but, you know, I thought today was a good day to do one, so I came out and did it. So, yeah, until then, I'll see you on the next one. I hope